Hello y'all, welcome back to another video. Today I wanted to talk about Shine meongddocat because I did not realize that I would love these three idols as much as I do, and it really was just like lightning in the bottle. Like, it was just such a well planned era for these three to be like MCs. And they also had comeback eras around the same time too when they first started. So I'm gonna get into that a little bit. I'm gonna talk about their careers as MCs and highlight some of my favorite moments from the three of them. In September of 2023, Hanbin became the MC for M Countdown. He was by himself for a little bit, and then later on, Jaehyun and Sohee joined him in January of 2024. So the three of them as a team were known as Shine meongddocat because Meong is like a dog barking. It's like onomatopoeia for a dog barking. Cat is a cat. And then do, I don't actually know what it like stands for, but I'll insert a clip of them explaining it here. And then they all have pretty different personalities, so it's a pretty fun dynamic. Hanbin is the center. He's sweet. He's also the oldest of the three. He tries to keep everybody on track, keep everyone grounded. He's very professional, but also has like these like sweet like goofy moments too with each member. So he is very introverted. He's a little awkward. He's kind of shy, but he's really good at like keeping things down to earth and just keeping everyone on track. Again, same with Hanbin. And then Jaehyun is the opposite. So he is very extroverted. He's a pretty big personality, but he keeps things lively, he keeps things entertaining, and just kind of helps the guests feel comfortable whenever they're on their live streams. And speaking of the live streams, those were probably like the biggest highlight of this era of MCs. So they would have these live streams every week called daechinso. They were daechinso live streams. And every week, one or more of the MCs, I just say that because some of the MCs like leave and come back because of tours, because of other gigs, you know. The MCs would highlight and interview a group each week or a different idol each week, depending on who's promoting. And it was so fun, like peek behind the scenes. There was a few highlights that I wanted to talk about. So I wrote down a couple of my favorite live stream videos. But yeah, one of the highlights that I wanted to bring up was Seungwon from Even nicknaming the MCs. It's also a fun little full circle moment since him and Hanbin both came from Boys Planet. So fun little Easter egg for those of you who didn't watch. The whole interview with Jaehyun, Hanbin, and Stacy was a really fun watch. I really enjoyed that live stream. Literally any live stream with the MCs and zerobaseone, amazing, perfect. Usually they're the ones poking fun at Jaehyun and making him shy for a change, and it's so funny, guys. Like, it's literally, you have to watch every single zerobaseone daechinso live stream. I'm not even just saying this as a zeros, like, they are genuinely just such a charismatic, like, funny group of people. Hanbin interviewing Gravity was another highlight. I loved Gravity's interviews. Taeyong is a joy. I enjoy seeing him just doing anything, honestly. He is so fucking funny. Hanbin and Gunnock as a special MC, introducing TXT. So this isn't like a live stream moment, but it is like an M Countdown moment. Gunnock was totally fanboying over Bumgyu, and it was hilarious. I loved it. Oh, and then Jaehyun's first win as MC was just such a joy. He won with, or well, his group won with If I Say I Love You, and the encore, because the group isn't like with him, so he's just like performing by himself, and he's like crying while he's like rapping and everything, and it's just such a sweet moment because like he has like this big heart and he's just like performing his little heart out, and it's so endearing. So definitely recommend watching that. And then finally, their Busoksun performance, or their cover for Fighting, such a good performance. I loved it. I was like, we need more of Shine meongddocat and like 17, like now, because they like bring the energy that a lot of 17 songs like need. Like you need to have like a strong idol personality to perform those songs, and they knocked it out the park. Like they killed it, bro. So it was so good. And then in the beginning of their careers, they actually had like a collective comeback era, which kind of helped, in my opinion, help the fandoms like become more acquainted with one another, help them like become closer too, because these three are kind of like the representative like fifth gen boy groups right now. So for riize, they had Impossible, which was a single off of their first album that would come later on that year. And it was like a house inspired track. It was mostly a performance video because again, it's a B-side. Amazing dance track, super groovy. Listened to it like all summer last year. It was amazing. And for boynextdoor, they came back with Earth, Wind, and Fire. Very quirky, very energetic. This was a song that got me into boynextdoor, and I just enjoyed it so much. Like it was just such a fun, energetic track. The CGI was incredible, and yeah, it was very, very boynextdoor. And then with zerobaseone, they came out with Sweat. So it was a summer single. It was very denim heavy as far as styling goes, and there was a lot of fan service. It was fun. And yeah, it was just such a unique era. Even like the album covers too like looked like each other. Like it was like lots of blues, reds, and I want to say like oranges were like the main color schemes. That was just like a really fun little like Easter egg that I feel like not a lot of people talk about. But yeah, and then finally, Sohee ended up leaving in February of 2025. It was near the end of February. It was a very sad moment, but he had a lot of other schedules to focus on. I think they ended up going on tour as well. riize did, for SM Town, so that was a pretty big part of their schedule, but it was still very bittersweet. It was such an iconic trio, and you know, we missed Sohee very much for those months that he was gone. And then in September, so this month, literally like a few days ago, hanbin and jaehyun both stepped down as well. I think this marks 2 years for hanbin being MC, and very bittersweet, but again, this was just such an iconic era, and I'm so happy that we got all the content and like all the moments that we did from these three. They were so incredibly talented, so good at their jobs, and I hope that they're able to get more MC opportunities in the future, whether it's like them as a three or them just like individually. They just had such good chemistry, and they were really just like the perfect idols for the job. Let me know what y'all's favorite MC moments were from Shine meongddocat, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.